Rye is a beautiful town from the 13th century, with narrow and cobbled streets. The name comes from the Anglo-Saxon word for island. They have a cattle market in Rye every Tuesday and Thursday. But when we arrived it was too late, so all we found was some strange cattle. Creatures actually. Really disgusting. Down by the sea we found a lots of antique shops where you can buy everything, from old lamps and furnitures to old stamps and coins. Really lots of interesting things to buy for tourists. England is famous for its 5 o'clock tea. They have shops exclusively for marmalade.
And the perfect company to the tea and marmalade are of course scones. We went to a pastry where they had all sorts of well-tasting cookies.
And the Mickeys. And donuts.
Sit down.
Sorry.
Sit down.
English institution, isn't it? Yeah. So, what can you sell here?
Sausages, all sorts of fish, beef burgers, cheese burgers, roe, fish cakes, drinks of various kinds. Take away all the season and eat on the table.
Do they come on people in here?
Very much,
Very much, yeah, I can see that. There's a lot of people, and they really seem to be enjoying the fish.
Well, we get a lot of people saying thank you very much, it was nice. So
I think I'll have a cheeseburger actually. Yeah, I feel like one. Okay, yeah. Do you like fish? You do? And your mother is working here. So you got to eat a lot of fish and chips then? No. You don't have to, but you like them? Yeah, I can see that. Are they hot? Yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to be, aren't they? You want to try one? That's all right. Right one?
A very popular everyman's entertainment is betting of all kinds. You can bet on almost everything. Horses, dogs, football.
And even who's going to be the next Prime Minister of Sweden. Crazy Englishman.
Rock Park to Rock running. Racing towards the first bend at level break. 4, 6 and 1 from 2, track 1. Rock Park to Rock running. Racing towards the first bend at level break. 4, 6 and 1 from 2, 3 and 5.
No, let's just
around the first bend
a sort of a dead film.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Do people often get bankrupt
By playing in England, is it a...
Well, I don't know of anybody
No.
what they call it. I suppose some people
Yes.
do get married, but
It's not very usual.
no, I shouldn't like. Well, I wouldn't know nothing about them because I'm only, you know what I mean. I'm only a retired wedding man.
Okay. So what are you playing for horses today?
Details on the 230 at Leicester.
I'll have one.
They
Yes, I'll have
ordered
a
22.
few bob on.
One jockey change. Number
Thank you much.
21.
Thank you very much,
Sharp
sir.
cover. Aaron.
We just couldn't seem to drag Per away from this beautiful-looking English woman.
Per, what are you doing there? Come on.
Well, I'm just having a pint or two.
No, this is this boat is it belongs to a friend of mine, and he rebuilt it.
Yeah.
It took him, what, 6 years to rebuild this.
It looks very nice.
It is, and he just sold it because it nearly bankrupted, nearly made him bankrupt, and he sold it to a brewery, you know, like where they brew beer. In Wales, it's going down to Wales this month when we get it ready, and I'm just getting everything ready for it to go.
What is the brewery going to use it for?
Probably publicity, you know. They'll take guests and take them off cruising and that sort of thing, you know. But she's been down to Portugal. Came back from Portugal. Yeah, she was down there all last winter. And she came back. Early on this year, but he's got to sell it because it's too expensive. Very, very expensive to run.
Has it ever been used as a fishing boat?
No, no. She was built about 1904. Yeah, and she was used to take pilots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's called a Bristol pilot cutter, a Bristol Channel pilot cutter. And she was originally used to take the pilots out to meet the big ships coming into Bristol. And used to take about 12 pilots out, and then they would stay out there all the time. And then, as a big ship came in, one of the pilots would go and pilot the big ship up into Bristol. And then, when all the pilots were off and gone, she was sailed back into Bristol by one man and a boy. Just one man and a boy used to sail this.
Isn't it hard to manoeuvre by itself?
Yeah, yes, it is. It's very heavy work, but it's everything's original. Yeah, there's the only thing different, of course, is the engine.
She's lovely.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So there is an engine on the boat, it's not
Yeah.
just like sails.
There's an engine. Yes, you need an engine for getting in and out of
Yeah,
these
of
places.
course,
You see.
of course.
But originally, she wouldn't have an engine.
But, sorry,
Go on.
you can't sail her by your own.
One man and a boy. Oh yes, yes. Two of us can sail this.
Yeah.
It's hard work, but two people can sail it. Very hard work.
Rye used to be a port, but today the mouth of the river Rother is nearly 2 miles away.
Near the harbor, we found this old fisherman who was born and has lived all his life in Rye. He loves Rye and told us that there had been very few changes during the last decades.
Always was a fishing town, and they used to build ships here. One time, and they still build yachts in Rye.
We went to the Mermaid's Inn.
That's up here.
Yeah, we went there.
Yes.
Do you know anything about it?
Yes, well, that's a very old inn. Very old.
The houses on Mermaid Street are typical Georgian medieval houses. Mermaid Street is a big tourist attraction and probably the most photographed street in the world. Rye was notorious for smuggling in the 13th century. The smugglers used Mermaid Inn, where they sat boozing and smoking pipes with loaded guns on tables beside them. No magistrate dared to interfere.
A good measure of wine this way because I could guess it.
What do you recommend? So this is a very old pub, isn't it?
Yes, dates back to 1420.
1420,
Yeah.
oh. I've heard some stories about it. Say, what's the oven back there for anyway?
The what?
The oven back there.
The oven. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. This used to be kitchens originally.
Yeah, it used to be.
Well, and then it turned into a men's room, men's smoking room, and now it's a bar.
Yeah.
That's £1.50, please.
£1.50, okay. Let's see. That's £1.40. £1.50. Here you are.
Cheers.
Well, I think comfortable, sort of like home.
And do you know what a priest hole is? Ah, right.
The pub's history, the smugglers, and something now.
Meant to do funny things to you when you sit in it. I've never sat in it.
Oh.
This is
Wow.
my favourite, which is the witch's chair.
The witch's chair.
Yeah, which is meant to be from a witch's coven.
What
Yes.
happens if you sit in that?
You turn into a toad.
Oh, sorry.
And these are like griffins, which are dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And the priest hole, which I mentioned,
Yeah.
which is up there.
The priest is up there.
Yeah.
Yes.
What, you heard of William the Conqueror?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, when he was around,
Mm.
and something to do with the religious thing, I'm not sure, Protestants and Catholics,
Yeah.
they were trying to get rid of, I think, the Catholics.
Yeah.
So when the soldiers, William the Conqueror soldiers came around, the priests
Oh yeah.
would go up there, and that would be, they wouldn't look there because you have a big fire here blazing away, and this is how they used to get in there.
So you can still climb there.
I don't know actually. I don't know.
Can you try, please?
It's all full of cardboard boxes now. Now what else have we? This is all the stuff that was used in the kitchen, which is what,
Yeah.
because the fire, like I said before, it used to be a kitchen space.
Yes.
So even though we have a fire in the winter, all the heat goes up
Up.
because that's the way it's designed.
So you don't get smoke in here?
Um,
Smoke doesn't come in here.
It does get a little smoky sometimes, but if you open the door, you get a nice draft in.
It's really nice.
I have to ask one more thing about those chairs. Where did you get them from? Were they here always, or they got them from somewhere else?
I think they were originally here. Most of a friend of mine who stayed here 4 months ago. I wasn't told this by the owner or the manager, but he knows a lot about antiques.
Yeah.
So he told me that was worth £1,000.
Oh,
That's worth £1,000. This chair,
Yeah. I love it.
close to £1,000. So you've got a lot of antiques in here.
Lovely piece.
And that, what do you call it? Watch? No, can't call it.
Watch.
No, clock. A clock. Sorry, that clock looks very old.
Yeah, that's
Well.
very old. The hotel itself,
Yeah.
the foundations of it date back to 1420. That's this building here, date back to 1420. And but there was an original Mermaid Inn that dates back to the 13th century. But this building here has been here since 1420s.
You know why they call it the Mermaid Street and this place the Mermaid?
What?
No, I can tell you what it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can tell you in French it's La Serene. That's the French for it, La Serene.
Yeah, I know what mermaid means.
But I don't know
I
why
did-
it's called the Mermaid.
No.
No idea. And it was used a lot by smugglers. In one of the lounges, there's every now and again on like the wood panelling, you get a little emblem which says THS, which was code for the smugglers, so that when they came in, they knew that they were in a safe place, and that more than likely the owner, the publican, would take whatever they've smuggled in from France or Germany or Holland and give them a good exchange.
I see you can keep a lot of swords and sabres up here on the walls.
Yeah.
Are you using them?
Yeah. We use them to check
Sometimes.
people out.
Yeah, no. They are.
No, these were infantry, you know, sort of foot soldiers.
Yeah.
Foot soldiers. Were they carrying these large things?
Have you
Yeah.
seen that?
And the reason why they've got this felt on here, which is, you know, leather, is because this pointed end would stick in the ground, and that bit would point up for the men on the horses, and all the blood was around. If it was bare metal, their hands would slip, so they keep a good grip.
I thought it was velvet. It looks like velvet.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
Thank you.
And those, you see the music score above the wall, above the door.
Yes, yes.
Henry VIII was meant to have composed that song, which is a love song.
Yeah. Do you know it?
Yeah.
No,
Can you sing it to us?
Do you know
Play it on your bass
song
guitar.
written by Henry VIII from the original British Museum.
And here's where the smugglers went out.
Yeah, that door there was a secret passage. I can't open it now because it's a fire escape.
Yeah.
When I close up, I have to take those chairs out of the way so that if there is a fire, then the guests can get out. But the bedroom upstairs, which is Dr. Sin's bedroom, which I think that this Dr. Sin was the one that used to do a lot of business with the smugglers. There's a bookcase up there. I've actually been up there, and it's a false bookcase. You know, it swings open and then it comes down to here.
Yeah. Do you have any ghosts here?
Yeah, there is meant to be some ghosts here. I think there's either two smugglers or two soldiers that are meant to get out in the hallways at 12 o'clock and fight.
Oh.
But I haven't seen them.
You haven't?
No.
You've been around 12 o'clock in the night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why every pub closes at 11?
Yeah, that's right. So everyone can get out the way.
Yeah.
Do you stay here?
No, my father lives just outside of Rye. Nobody in the staff stays in the hotel. Not allowed to. But I'll tell you a secret, I've stayed here.
Yeah.
Yeah.